Welcome, Jeremy. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about your company.
I've started a company, Atayne, about, I guess, a year and a half ago.
And what does Atayne mean?
Atayne, a lot of the things that I had in life of products that I was buying, I felt like there was always a compromise when I was purchasing it. That I was compromising certain social or environmental values that I had. And really, it was just came from a conversation around where I just said, you know, I really want to be able to attain anything but compromise nothing. And we just stuck on the word attain. It's really about achievement and really pushing boundaries.
And what does your company do?
Our company makes, I like to say, sports gear from trash.
All right, I have to feel this.
Yes.
So this is made out of bottles.
Yes. The
recycled bottles.
Yes. The primary
it doesn't feel like bottles.
No, it's surprisingly soft. And the primary fabrics that we use are derived from plastic bottles and coconut shells.
Coconut shells?
Yes.
Definitely doesn't feel like coconut shells or bottles.
No, and a lot of people don't realize this, and I'm not going to, I'm definitely not a chemist, but when you look at plastic bottles and polyester, polyester is used in a lot of athletic apparel, there's essentially the same chemical compound. So when there's a lot of yarn manufacturers who are starting to buy chipped out plastic bottles, and in the recycling process, they're just turning into a polyester yarn, which can then be built into fabrics for a variety of functions, one of them being, you know, performance apparel.
Wow, and how did you come up with this idea?
It actually started back
in a dream.
Yeah, no, I wish it was I almost classify it as a nightmare, because I was out on a workout one day. I was actually at the Washington Lee track back in May 2007.
Right around the corner.
Yes, and I just bought a new performance top, which is, it's designed to wick moisture and help you perform better. It was a very hot and humid day, and by the end of the workout, the lower half of my body was covered in red dye.
Oh no!
So I had
You're melting. The shirt's melting on you.
Pretty uneasy feeling, wondering, here I am trying to be healthier, and what chemicals are being absorbed in my body. I did a lot of research and realized that there are so many great innovative technologies that not only work better, but are safer for people and the environment. And within a couple days, I had quit my job and decided this is what I was going to dedicate the next chapter of my life to.
Wow. And why is the environment so important to you?
I think it's always been an important part of my life. My father and I did a lot of camping when I was younger, and
So you were a Boy Scout?
I was somewhat involved in Boy Scouts, but it was more just my dad and I going out. I actually grew up in a family where everyone worked for L.L. Bean, and just always had that connection. And I was a biology major in college. No, actually up in Maine is where I grew up.
Huh.
And just always had that connection to the environment and the outdoors, and I feel like we are not in a position to exploit the resources of the earth, and that we have to find a way to live in harmony so we can make our planet last. And
that's great. And tell me how your company has changed.
Well, we went from just being an idea of this dream I had to actually getting out there and selling product. To the point where it was just me, and now we have upwards of 10 people involved in the company.
And what do you sell?
Where do we sell?
Right.
Right now we sell online at atayne.com, which is ATAYNE.com.
One more time?
ATAYNE.com. We also can be bought at Potomac River running stores. They have 5 locations in the D.C. area. One's in Ballston, which is right around the corner, and we go to a lot of different running events, races events. Like we were
Maine Marathon.
We were at the Maine Marathon. We even sold our product at the Marine Corps Marathon and the Nation's Triathlon this summer. So
that's great, and some marathons coming up now in the spring.
Exactly, we're starting to get our schedule going now, where we'll have a presence there, and really work with events. A lot of times with these races, we try and find a way that we can help them reduce their impact on the environment. So we've actually coordinated volunteers in the past where they run behind the participants and pick up trash along the way. And our whole idea is, how can we come into this community and help the race not only reduce their impact, but actually leave the course cleaner than they found it.
Wow, and this is your full-time job right now.
This is my full-time job.
So you left your job that you had in Alexandria to do this?
Yes, and a lot of my boss there and a lot of my friends have been very supportive.
So is it scary to be like, with this environment, to do that?
It's extremely scary, and going
uncertain,
out. Yeah, and being an entrepreneur in any economy, there's a lot of emotional ups and downs. But I have a lot of faith and passion in what I'm doing, so you just kind of forget about that, and you just learn to live more modestly. And if you believe in something, you'll get it done.
Excellent. Well, we believe. So
Thank you very much.
Good luck, and let's see that other shirt. Let's lift it up.
And each of our shirts
Very
comes with
nice.
a different design to really promote some sort of environmental message.
Wow, great job. How interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
And back to the desk.
All right, very interesting. Thanks, Pia. And Jeremy Litchfield from Atayne Sportswear and his sportswear made from stuff that people throw out, I guess. Pretty interesting. Maybe more of us should try that. What's your size?
That's right.
All right. Well, we're about ready to wrap up this edition of the news show. But however, before we go, Mr. Daniel here has a shout out for his AU Eagles.
That's right, Craig.
So have at it.
Congratulations to American University. They won the Patriot League Championship. That was last Friday. Now they play against Villanova on Thursday, March the 19th. So we are really rooting for our Eagles.
Our
Craig.
Eagles,
Go
absolutely.
Eagles
Yep,
against Villanova. I know it's a tough matchup.
that is a tough matchup.
Go Eagles.
That's a tough one. I have a
Okay.
soft place in my heart for the Eagles. They played over at the Fort Meyer Gym for years, and
You got a soft spice in your heart?
I did help with the PA for many of their games. So
And that's
I have
March the 19th at 7:20
a- back
p.m.
when Gary Williams was their coach.
Right.
So I know them well. All right, that's it. Anything else to add?
No,
down there
that's
at
it. It's
the
been a
end?
good show.
All right. Thanks for watching this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Have a great, safe week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheerio.